Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about how to get over them ASAP, okay? So what are some things that you can do to help you really get over this ex of yours or this person that rejected you as soon as possible? So the first thing that I want you to be acutely aware of, so please be really aware of this and just be very careful about what content you are consuming, okay? And how you spend your time. So what kind of things are you watching on YouTube, right? Are you watching things about getting your ex back? Are you watching things about how to attract your ex back into your life? Because if you are, then you're not ready yet. You're still stuck in that place because you're just consuming content on how to get your ex back. And the thing is that we generally become how we spend our time, and if we're consuming a lot of content on contradicting things like how to get your ex back, when you really want to get over your ex, it's going to keep you stuck. It's still going to keep you in that place of trying to get your ex back rather than moving on from your ex. So start watching videos on like this one, like how to get over your ex, how to get over them, how to get over someone who rejected you. Watch videos like that one, like this one. Or other videos like this one, right? It doesn't have to be my videos. It could be other people's videos. Or maybe even better, you start watching dating advice videos. So that gets you into very forward thinking of finding someone new, right? Or you watch videos about healing and getting over relationships like emotionally and mentally. And that will help put you in that place. Okay, so you've got to be very careful about the content that you consume because what you consume usually becomes you. Right? It becomes part of your psyche, it becomes part of your mind because you're thinking about it all the time. And you don't want to be in like a repetitive loop, right? Because if you're thinking of if you're watching videos on how to get my ex back, and you're watching those videos every day, then you're always in that state of mind of how to get my ex back, and you're always thinking about your ex. And because you're always thinking about your ex, and it's kind of got you on this loop, then you're always going to stay stuck there, you see. And you don't want that for yourself, okay? You want to be able to move on. You want to get over them ASAP. So the thing that you do is you switch up your content, right? And you figure out, okay, what do I need to be consuming to get over them, right? So I need to be looking at dating advice videos so I can start thinking about a new relationship and things like that. That will greatly help you and help you get over this person ASAP when you are very acutely aware of the content that you are consuming, okay? So another thing that's going to help you get over them ASAP is healing, right? Getting over the relationship, right? Now, what you got to realize is that healing takes time, right? So you need to give yourself time. I know it can seem like when you go on social media that people get over their exes so fast, right? They're already in that new relationship and they look like they're having an amazing life, right? Maybe even your ex did that. Maybe your ex got into a new relationship straight away after dating you, after breaking up with you, rather. Right? And maybe that makes you feel like, oh no, people can just move on so fast. They don't, right? People need time to move on from a relationship. Even if they get into a new relationship, that doesn't necessarily mean that they've healed and they've moved on from the previous relationship, okay? It very, very rarely means that, okay? So you need to give yourself time to heal and time to move on from it, okay? And realize as well that you can have some good days and you also can have some bad days. There are some days when you're going to feel like you're at square one, but there are going to be other days where you feel like you're really far ahead and that you're doing really well, okay? And when it gets to a point where you feel less intense about this whole situation, that's when you know that you've made some real progress, right? And you've healed from it. And that's probably the best time when you can actually start dating someone new, when you feel less intensely about this other person and you feel better, right? So when you feel like you feel less intense about it and you feel like you've let go a lot and you don't mind so much that this whole thing has happened and you kind of have a degree of apathy about the whole thing, then that's when you know that it's time for you to maybe start dating new people and start moving on with your life in that way, okay? But do realize that healing does take time. It's not a linear process, okay? It just, because sometimes you can be up and down some days, right? But eventually you will get to a point, you will get to a place where you'll feel a lot better, okay? Something that can really help you healing is journaling about your memories with your ex and things like that. Especially those ones that keep you up at night, because sometimes you may be replaying old memories in your head over and over and over again. And if you've got a memory like that, or a bunch of memories like that, then it's a good idea to write them down, right? And write them out extremely truthfully. Be very concise with it. Because sometimes when people write things down, they write it as if someone's going to read it one day, like their ex or a family member or someone else. But no, don't write it as if someone's going to read it. Write it just for you. Write the truth, right? Be concise about what happened. Because when you're truthful and you're not BSing yourself, that's going to help you heal. And once you've written it down, you probably feel a lot better about it. And if you don't want anyone to read it, then, if you wrote it on your phone, then just delete it. If you put it on your computer, then just delete it. If you've written it on a piece of paper, then just flush it down the toilet or burn it. That will help. Okay? And sometimes, if you've got really intense memories, sometimes you may have to write out these memories a couple of times, the same ones. I know I've had to do that with certain memories that I've had in my life that are particularly difficult to deal with and that I've struggled over. They're not necessarily things about exes, which is a thing to keep in mind. You might want to do this with any kind of painful memory you have. It doesn't have to be related to your ex, right? And then when you may have to write it down a few times if it's a particularly tough one that keeps on coming back. But eventually, you will work through it. You'll realize what happened. And sometimes it's a good idea to ask yourself questions about these memories, like, what did I learn about this? What did I learn about the world? What did I learn about people? What did I learn about humanity, right? It's good to ask yourself those questions, because generally what the conclusion you'll get to is that people are not black and white. My ex was neither evil or good. They were just human beings. That situation I went through was neither bad or good. It was just a complicated situation with many different nuances. Like, let's say someone hurt you in your life, right? It could have been physical, could have been mental, could have been anything, emotionally, right? Think about, well, what could have led that person to behave that way, to hurt you in that way? And usually what you'll find is that they had a messed up past too. They had someone that hurt them. Hurt people, right? That's a quote that I hear all the time. Hurt people just hurt other people because they're hurt, because someone hurt them. So as you can see, like, everything is very nuanced, everything is very black and white, right? And sometimes things are neither right or wrong. Sometimes things just are the way they are because human beings are just human beings, and all human beings are fallible, right? We're all prone to fail and prone to make mistakes, prone to do the wrong thing sometimes, and that's okay, all right? But writing those things down, writing those memories down will really benefit you, okay? So another thing to do that can help you get over them ASAP is if you work on your goals. Get some really cool goals for yourself that you would really love to achieve. Where would you like to be in 5 years' time? What kind of body would you like to have? What kind of house would you like to be living in? What kind of money would you like to be earning? How would you ideally like to be spending your day? And then you work towards that every single day. You start making a to-do list of what you can do to help you get to where you want to be, from where you are now to where you want to be. Right, and start working on that, start chipping away at it. And even if you don't get to where you are, even if you don't get to where you want to be in 5 years, right, you've still probably made a ton of progress that a lot of people probably wouldn't have been able to have done, but you was able to do it because you had those goals and you worked on it every day, right? And maybe you won't accomplish those goals in 5 years. Maybe you'll accomplish them in 7 years or 10 years. But, at least in 5 years' time, you'll be way ahead of a lot of other people, okay? So create some amazing goals for yourself, goals that make you feel really excited, and start working towards those, because that'll make you feel really good about yourself, okay? So there's a quote that I really love that really sums that up well, which is, inaction breeds doubt and fear, action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy. And that's a quote by Dale Carnegie. So if you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy with your life, because that will make you feel a lot better about yourself. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Taking action breeds confidence and courage. And obviously, I want you to be someone who feels confident in themselves, who can be courageous. So the best way you can do that is by taking action on really important goals for yourself, okay? And that will help you get over them ASAP. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.